When I start shooting, all y'all gonna clear out.
Now in this video, I want to break down some tweets from Harada, Michael Murray. We have some information about Victor, but then we also have some drama, some controversy. We're going to touch it all in this video. So sit back, relax, and let's start. First off, we'll talk about Harada. When the trailer was revealed, Harada says this: Victor is actually the first French fighter for the Tekken franchise. I had the idea of a French character in mind for a long time, and it finally came to fruition. Thanks to Vincent Cassel for inspiring me and voicing him. And the stage is Paris itself, where I took my first Seine River cruise over 20 years ago. This is kind of tying together a lot of different aspects that is close to Harada, and this is why I love what Harada do so much. He will experience something in his own life and he will use that inspiration to make the game better. That's like the purest form of art. Now, the actor who's voicing Victor, some of you guys may already know, Vincent Cassel. This person is a very established actor from French. Vincent is a longtime Tekken player, and this is what he has to say. I've discovered Tekken in the 90s, and I've really started picking it up when Eddie Gordo was introduced. RIP to all the Eddie Gordo names. He was doing Capoeira, and back then, so did I. What I like about Victor is the fact that it's a French character in such an internationally known game. In addition, he is sophisticated and promotes, through how he is and how he dresses, a certain idea of French elegance. This, and the fact that I've been called the voice of Victor, leads me to be interested in the character. Now, what Harada was saying about how he modeled Victor after Vincent, I mean, it's obvious. If you just compare the two side by side, you could definitely see the resemblance. The gray hair, the beard, the chiseled line. Once again, it's cool to see Tekken goes this far to bring this character to life and also get an actor who really appreciates the role and also the game itself. A tweet from Michael Murray says, "It was really exciting to help us bring this character to life. He turned out to be one of my favorites for the installment." Now, Arslan Ash responded to this tweet from Harada. Guess what the question was? He says, Harada, Pakistani character when? Now, I made many videos about this, going into details why this possibly will never happen. You guys go check out those reasoning why. But I think it's interesting that people are still waiting for this moment. I want to do a poll eventually where I ask you guys, what do you want? Another tweet that resurfaced from Arslan Ash that I think is just excellent, and I just want to read this. It says, being a pro player means being disciplined, being diligent, doing your homework, going back and observing your flaws, learning from your mistakes on a daily basis. Every day needs to be a learning experience to be the best. This was used as his quote when he became the 4-time EVO champion. And the reason why I wanted to read this is because this is where we start to talk about some of the controversy. Let's turn the attention towards Yellow Motion. You know, Yellow Motion and myself, we have been in a lot of trouble over the past couple of months. Me for leaking and spoiling. Yellow Motion kind of did some of that stuff, but not to a degree that I have. The first one here, the tweet, it says, is Leo in Tekken 8 a male or female? 55% also agree with me. 3,600 votes on this. What makes Yellow Motion so different from other people on Twitter is Yellow Motion gets exclusive access. We don't know who the source is. We don't know how they were able to establish this connection, but they were able to. Yellow Motion a lot of the times is one of the only people to have certain information and is the first to have a lot of information. And usually when they share that information with everyone, it comes with a watermark. At the bottom of a post, you'll see the Yellow Motion logo. Now, some players have been taking a big issue with this. There's a lot of people who are just memeing on the fact that Yellow Motion always puts their logo over Tekken character renders or trailers or whatever they share. And I think it's fair game. You know, if they get access, if they have the okay to do so, then do it. But what Gerlanda says, this is an excellent meme. Hi guys, I just rendered all the pics in the new character max resolution possible, doing a favor to the community. Not wanting to take credit for something publicly available at all. Here's the masterpiece. I had to add a watermark to avoid those parasites stealing my hard work. And it's 4 images. Zafina, Devil Jin, Lei Shao Kahn, and Alyssa with the big Yellow Motion logo over the front of it. I just thought this one was hilarious, but there is this kind of underbrewing thing where people are starting to watermark their content Before we go a little bit deeper into the problems here, I do want to just call a little bit of hypocrisy. There is a Japanese news article, Famitsu, who also gets exclusive access to a lot of things, and they also put a watermark on their images as well. So I don't know why Yellow Motion is being targeted. I think it's just some biases here. I think people are just either one, jealous, or they just really despise Yellow Motion, because in my opinion, Yellow Motion is doing what everyone is doing, and I don't think they should change that now. You give them an inch and they take a mile. When Victor was revealed, Yellow Motion did not put their tag on it. Instead, they put Tekken 8 on it, and this still wasn't enough to satisfy people, and people were just trashing on Yellow Motion, and the post was eventually deleted. There was another person, and this is a good point, but once again, you could just see the frustration angled at Yellow Motion, responds to Harada and says, "Can you upload the OST so we can stop giving Yellow Motion the views to listen to it, please?" Now, even though this tweet comes from a negative place, it does bring up a good point. Tasty Steve says it better. "Look, Bandai Namco, Harada, and Michael Murray, I need y'all to stop playing and drop the OST for Tekken 8. That Victor stage is actually ridiculous." And yeah, I would agree. The fact that there is no consistent way to listen to all of this music is kind of ridiculous, because if you think about Street Fighter, when they revealed a new character like Cammy, Luke, or Ryu, or whoever, they revealed the OST for those characters soon after. And the fact that Bandai Namco isn't doing that on one of their many channels is preposterous. The music is celebrated by Tekken fans all over the world. People listen to it when they're working out, when they're eating, when they're sleeping, even when they're making love. It's just that good. But most of the time, it's through Yellow Motion or some other third-party source. There isn't a direct pathway, especially when you talk about how they removed it from Spotify. Tekken fans did not forget about that. But let's go back to the whole Yellow Motion topic. I defend Yellow Motion quite a lot because I think there's just a lot of people who are hating and a lot of people who are jealous. People jump through 1,000 hoops to please Bandai Namco, travel all over the world to do this, to do that for Bandai Namco. But then Yellow Motion, this person gets exclusive access over all of them. And I do feel like there's some jealousy for that. Why them is what I think, what I feel people say. But this tweet here, I can't defend Yellow Motion on this one. Yellow Motion, you gotta take the hit on this one. This is crazy. Yikes, a throwback to early 2017. When this guy was reposting my direct footage I took from the arcade. I'll let you guys read these messages yourself because I will not. But let's put all the negativity behind us. Let's lighten the mood a little bit. Talk about some good stuff. You guys may know this name. This is a famous player here. When they've seen Victor's trailer, they said WTF. The translation on this is wild. The English is difficult. Old guy is coming. Come on me, Victor. You know, A for effort. A for effort, bro. I like the energy. I like the positivity. Keep doing you, Milo. Keep doing you. Another tweet from Rafflemonger. Soon Tekken fans will turn into NRS fans, complaining about all the guns. You have Victor, you have Nina, and then you have Akuma with a shotgun. Now, even though this is a massive troll, I do wonder, with all of the projectiles being added into Tekken, how will this play out in the long run? We all stood up and said we do not like projectiles. Talking about Akuma spamming the Hadouken. As in they turn around and they give Nina 2 pistols, Victor a pistol. They give Jun Kazama the ability to throw light and birds at you. Claudio can shoot his arrow. Kazuya can fire his laser. It just seems like more and more characters can throw stuff now, and it's kind of the opposite of what we've been saying. The only thing I hope for is Yoshimitsu gets his projectile back. In Tekken Tag Tournament 2, he could throw a little slash at you. As long as that return in heat, I'm A-okay. On the topic of Yoshimitsu, let's talk about his good friend Dr. Boskanovich. This is a topic that resurfaced. A few people sent me this tweet from 2018 from Bandai Namco. Brian Fury and Yoshimitsu, internal enemies, face off in this week's poll. Brian is responsible for murdering Yoshimitsu's clansmen as well as his friend Dr. Boskanovich. Now, some people are saying, hold up. This tweet is saying that Dr. Boskanovich died, but then we have multiple different bios for Tekken 8 saying that he still lived. He gave Yoshimitsu the new armor. He fixed a part of Alyssa, or I think he helped Alyssa, whatever, right? But he still exists. So what does this tweet mean? I think at one point in time, they probably did want to say that Dr. Boskanovich was killed by Brian Fury, story just to prop him up and make the rivalry more intense, but I think they realized that Dr. Boskanovich is more important than that. He's more important than this tool to be used to make a rivalry better. He has his own story, his own journey to be told, and they brought him back for Tekken 8 is my guess. The final thing. This is something that I just learned, and I wonder what your guys' thoughts is on this. Of course, we will learn more soon, but Raina, when you ask Google what does it mean, of course you could do this in many languages, but the one that a lot of people focused on is Spanish. In Spanish, Raina means queen. And a lot of people think that she will be a Spanish female character. This would be fire, in my opinion. But a lot of people are also saying that this name means, I think, wise or pure in Japanese as well. So you really could look at it many different ways. Will they go with the Spanish? Will they go with Japanese? Only time will tell. We have to wait until November the 12th for this character to